Hello everyone, thanks for joining me. As I'm sure you're aware, XP are always working to constantly improve their products, and we have today the version 0.7 update on the XP website. So let's start off by just talking about a couple of key features here. For a start, we've got an iron volume in the full tones modes. So programs using the full tone audio, such as sensitive full tone or your custom programs, you can now adjust the iron volume up and down, so the iron volume is different to the positive target audio. Here's one for you guys who like to use a Relic program. Now we can get rid of that troublesome 0 coming up with a positive sound. We've got a new notch feature in the Relic mode. Now XP have made a couple of neat changes to the Relic and the Goldfield modes. You Relic users out there will know that 0 used to come up on the screen with a positive audio. Now 0 comes up with an iron audio, so you don't have to keep looking at the screen to identify that one. And also they've made a couple of changes. Here we go. Disc IAR, I like to use my IAR at 5 all the time, but you'll see now an expert mode. So hit the expert. Notch is off at the moment. If you want to put a quick notch on, just use the plus and the minus buttons, but if you want to use a notch band, press expert again, and then you can set your out and in points for your notch. Excellent. Here's a little trick you may want to adapt if you're using a Relic mode. Now I'm using Relic mode, disc IAR 5. Disc IR 5, notch is off. Here's a 0 with a positive sound. Now to get rid of that, all I have to do is go into expert, just turn notch on. I don't have to make any adjustments. And look, it's gone. Gone. And that's because we've removed a 0. Now if I wanted to remove just 1, 2, 3, 4, simple as that, that is just that one number you're removing. So all we're removing here is 0. Now if I turn notch off, I'm accepting 0. So you just want to go one step forward and then you're good to go. You're going to remove all those 0s, and of course save it as a new program if you want to continue using it that way. 0 on the screen falls under, I think, a different range of targets. It's almost the machine saying I don't know. So sometimes 0 will be as a default given the iron tone, but if it gives a positive tone for some reason on certain targets, then don't be frightened to just turn that notch on, so 0 is then rejected. Staying with the Goldfield, Relic and pitch theme, we've now got a live threshold. Whereas before the threshold was just a reference, the live threshold now dips when you're going over an unwanted target. I know you guys have been asking for that and XP have been listening, so you've now got a live threshold in the programs that allow a threshold, for example Goldfield, Relic and the pitch modes. With this 0.7 update, we're seeing a new revised silencer. With silencer settings below 2, you're going to hear a lot more feedback compared to version 0.6, and at settings 2 and above you will see a far superior iron rejection. And we've also made some tweaks to the ground balance range, especially on the beach programs. Let's just stay on the ground balance subject for a minute. You guys with mineralized soil, you can tell that by the mineralization bar goes quite high. It's imperative that you do a ground balance before you start detecting. Here in the UK we don't have particularly highly mineralised ground, so it's not as important to do a ground balance, but I know some of you guys over in the US are reporting some really hot ground, so don't forget, do a ground balance before you start detecting. Now you'll see a new revised bottle cap reject feature, as well as other modifications. The main thing is the bottle cap reject is not just the bottle cap reject feature now, it also rejects misshaped iron. So have a play around with that and find your optimal settings for the sites you're searching. Don't forget, we can toggle between the standard horseshoe screen and the horseshoe big numbers by simply pressing the GB button and the plus button. Hold them both down for 1 second and you can toggle between the two. And we've also got a slightly longer timeout on the screen. One thing worth noting though, the big numbers is only related to the horseshoe graphic. It's not related to the XY screen graphic. They're two totally different things. Park and Deep HC. Now there's been some discrimination modifications to these two programs as well. Auto tune, it's off as standard now when you go into the pinpoint mode, so if you want it on auto tune you've got to manually set that yourself. MI6 connectivity. Now XP have taken a little bit of time and worked on the connectivity, so now it's super fast. Perfect. We certainly have got some neat little features in that version 0.7 update, haven't we? Go out there, give it a try and give us your feedback. And I'd like to thank you all for your continued support. Happy hunting and bye for now.